välkomna till Macleod Spooky Maps. Idag ska vi köra Dagon, gjord av Kassar. Då kör vi. Main menu screen. The map is a faithful interactive adaptation of H.P. Lovecraft's work, and the game Dagon focused on story and atmosphere. Ja, då kör vi. Det är kissen som springer där nere!
I am writing this under an appreciable mental strain, since by tonight I shall be no more penniless, and at the end of my supply of the drug which alone makes life endurable, I can bear the torture no longer.
Jag är inte ett jättestort fan av att de använder text-to-speech narration. Jag hade hellre haft ingen voice acting om text-to-speech var det enda valet.
And shall cast myself from this garret window into the squalid street below. Do not think from my slavery to morphine, that I am a weakling or a degenerate. When you have read these hastily scrawled pages you may guess, though never fully realize, why it is that I must have forgetfulness or death.
Yes, sir.
It was in one of the most open and least frequented parts of the broad Pacific.
What the hell? I haven't what that?
Of course, everything seemed quite normal at first.
Hej då fåglar. Hej. Du vill inte prata? Okej. Jävla PvP YouTuber looking ass. Ja.
Unfortunately, the packet of which I was supercargo fell a victim to the German sea raider.
Åh nej! Åh nej! Nej! Get up! Nej! Jag behöver PvP-lodge på min sida om Tyskarna attackerar.
And the ocean forces of the Hun had not completely sunk to their later degradation, so that our vessel made a legitimate prize, while we of her crew were treated with all the fairness and consideration due us as naval prisoners. So liberal, indeed, was the discipline of our captors, that 5 days after we were taken I managed to escape alone in a small boat with water and provisions for a good length of time.
Ja, vi syns. Nice att inte ha någon vakter.
When I finally found myself adrift and free, I had but little idea of my surroundings. Never a competent navigator, I could only guess vaguely by the sun and stars that I was somewhat south of the equator. Of the longitude I knew nothing, and no island or coastline was in sight.
Jag är fortfarande superdistracted av hur coolt vattnet är.
The change happened while I slept. When at last I
What
awaked,
the fuck?
it was to discover myself half sucked into a slimy expanse of hellish black mire, and in which my boat lay grounded some distance away. Though one might well imagine that my first sensation would be of wonder at so prodigious and unexpected a transformation of scenery, I was in reality more horrified than astonished.
Ja man, that's
For
squid and
there was in
creepy.
the air and in the rotting
What
soil
the
a
hell?
sinister quality which chilled me to the very core. The sun was blazing down from a sky which seemed to me almost black in its cloudless cruelty, as though reflecting the inky marsh beneath my feet.
Jag sitter och bara tänker hur mer effektiv den här mappen skulle ha varit med en voice actor.
The region was putrid with the carcasses of decaying fish, and of other less describable things which I saw protruding from the nasty mud. There was nothing within hearing, and nothing in sight save a vast reach of black slime. As I crawled into the stranded boat I realized that only one theory could explain my position. Through some unprecedented volcanic upheaval, a portion of the ocean floor must have been thrown to the surface.
Ja, det är väldigt fina träd långt här nere i vattnet.
Nor were there any seafowl to prey, upon the dead things. As the day progressed, the ground lost some of its stickiness, and seemed likely to dry sufficiently for traveling purposes in a short time. That night I slept but little, and the next day I made for myself a pack containing food and water, preparatory to an overland journey.
Jävla fade in, fade out
On the
looks
third morning I found the soil dry enough to walk upon with ease.
Du lever fortfarande efter 3 dagar, okej. Det den här mappen gör jättebra är atmosfär. Det är så här bakgrundsljud, skelett och döda fiskar och saker. Ah! Vad är det som händer?
All day I forged steadily westward, guided by a faraway hummock, which rose higher than any other elevation on the rolling desert.
Det jag tänkte säga innan jag bajsade på mig var att den här mappen gör atmosfären väldigt bra. Hur man är där havet ska vara, fast det inte finns någon vatten och mer. Alla dessa konstiga träd, nice skybox. Det är väldigt bra gjort. Men jag tar tillbaks allt det där nu, för du fucking jumpscare mig, din bitch. Och om jag får en till i den här grottan så kommer jag bli väldigt arg. Åh nej. Yeah, kul.
Well, looks like I'll have to find it. There's a source of light shining through that crack up there. If only I could find a way to get up to it, I'd be able to escape this place.
Jag förstår att voice acting är svårt och sånt där, men text to speech verkligen tar en ut ur det. Hur?
If I found something sharp, I could use it to cut the torn mast, causing it to fall.
Okej, någonting vasst.
There's something in these barrels, but I can't open them with my bare hands.
Kan vi inte bara typ joinka ett ben eller någonting?
I could pry a barrel with bones, but these ones are too brittle to be useful.
Ja, men vi har ju mer ben.
What if I made one of the stalactites fall on top of this barrel? I guess it's worth a try.
Okej. Det fanns jättemånga tools här.
That night I encamped, and on the following day still traveled toward the another hummock, though that object seemed scarcely nearer than when I had first espied it.
Alltså det är så coolt, han säger vindeffekter också. Vart fan är jag? Nej, men alltså jag kommer att bli livrädd om det händer någonting nu. Kommer en jävla Cthulhu-bulu komma och döda mig? Det kommer en massa squids. Eller octopuses. Alltså jag vet inte när jag ska predikta att en jump ska komma. Alltså lägg av! What the fuck är det där? Det är en mega octopus. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit! Oh.
No, of course you haven't, for you're much too good, I'm sure. Don't you be afraid of him if he should visit you.
Vad är det som händer? Åh nej! Oh my god! Åh, det är du.
I don't know why my dreams were so wild that night, but when the waning and fantastically gibbous moon had risen far above the eastern plain, I was awake in a cold perspication, determined to sleep no more. Such visions as I had experienced were too much for me to endure again. And in the glow of the moon I saw how unwise I had been to travel by day.
Okej, så du vill att...
Without the glare of the parching sun, my journey would have cost me less energy.
Ja, men natten är läskig då,
I
så...
now felt quite able to perform the ascent which had deterred me at sunset. I felt myself on the edge of the world, peering over the rim into a fathomless chaos of eternal night. As the moon climbed higher in the sky, I began to see that the slopes of the valley were not quite so perpendicular as I had imagined. Then, my attention was captured by a vast and singular object on the opposite slope which rose steeply about 100 yards ahead of me.
What? Ultima 9-pelare?
It was merely a gigantic piece of stone, I soon assured myself. An object that gleamed whitely in the newly bestowed rays of the ascending moon. But I was conscious of a distinct impression that its contour and position were not altogether the work of nature. For despite its enormous magnitude, and its position in an abyss which had yawned at the bottom of the sea since the world was young,
Ja, det där är så
I
satanic
perceived
shit.
beyond a doubt that the strange object was a well-shaped monolith. The writing was in a system of hieroglyphic unknown to me, and unlike anything I had ever seen in books. Of their faces and forms I dare not speak in detail, for the mere remembrance makes me grow faint. They were damnably human in general outline despite webbed hands and feet, shockingly wide and flabby lips.
Det är ett skelett. Och de andra är satan.
Curiously enough, they seemed to have been chiseled badly out of proportion with their scenic background. Then suddenly I saw this thing.
Du såg vad för thing?
The water started to behave strangely. Then the thing slid into view above the dark waters.
Vad för någonting?
I think I went mad then. Of my frantic ascent of the slope and cliff, and of my delirious journey back to the stranded boat, I remember little. I believe I sang a great deal, and laughed oddly when I was unable to think properly. When I came out of the shadows I was in a San Francisco hospital.
Nej! Inte San
Brought by the
Francisco!
captain of the American ship which had picked up my boat in mid-ocean. In my delirium I had said much, but found that my words had been given scant attention. Once I sought out a celebrated ethnologist, and amused him with peculiar questions regarding the ancient Philistine legend of Dagon, the fish god. But soon perceiving that he was hopelessly conventional, I did not press my inquiries. It is at night, especially when the moon is gibbous and waning, that I see the thing. I tried morphine, but the drug has given only transient surcease, and has drawn me into its clutches as a hopeless slave. So now I am to end it all, having written a full account for the information. People will decide whether to use my notes as a source of knowledge or ridiculous mockery.
Det skakade.
The end is near.
Hallå? Åh nej. De på övervåningens toalett hade börjat lika. Åh nej. Nej, hoppa inte, hoppa inte, hoppa inte! Nej!
Hello?
Okej, ja. Det var en bra map. Så rik med atmosfär. Alltså, gud vad jag önskat mer horror maps gjorde sånt där. Gameplay väldigt linear, väldigt scriptat. Det är fine. Storyn, jag menar, den är baserad på Lovecraft, så jag kan inte säga att jag vet mycket om Dagon och boken och hur faithfully adapted den här mappen är, men jag tyckte den gjorde sitt jobb. Men det var lite voice acting där i slutet. Fan vad synd att det inte var mer. Alltså, för att om karaktären som pratar hade lite inlevelse så hade man kunnat bli mer invested. När det är en text-to-speech bot så är det väldigt svårt att ta det seriöst. Riktigt bra mapp och tack för att ni kollade allihop. Hej då!